it's Ty. Welcome back to my meta journey. Today is August 21st, and I am 2 months post-op, metoidioplasty, vaginectomy, scrotoplasty, UL, and all that. So, I wanted to give you an update because today I talked to Dr. Chen regarding stage 2, which will be implants and also flattening out the upper labia that is still left over because they create the scrotum out of the lower part of the labia majora, and so whatever's left up there is left up there. So what he had to say was basically the surgery, it's going to be on January 21st, 2020, and it'll take about 2.5 hours for the surgery. And what he does is he makes kind of like this sideways eye incision to flatten out the labia. So he'll make that in the labia, and then he'll get rid of the excess skin, I guess. And we're having a thunderstorm, so I thought that would be like a nice background. So anyway, so that's how they flatten that out. Now, Dr. Chen does not take the phallus and stitch it up like some doctors might do. He did say that if I wanted a Mons resection, I can have it. I tend to want it. I don't have a lot of Mons fat, but I would like the phallus to sit up a little higher than it is. Right now, I can pee through my pants, like through the zipper, just fine. But I would like it up a little bit. Now, there is a little bit of an issue because my pee kind of goes to the left, and I kind of have to push on the right side of the upper labia area to straighten it out. He says it could be not necessarily a stricture, it could be a piece of skin in there, so when he goes in there, if it's still happening, he can just snip that away and fix that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else he said. He said a lot. He uses silicone implants. Now, I had, like I said, I had more labia majora higher up than lower, so my scrotum is smaller on the small side. So they don't create silicone balls that small, so he'll have to carve it out into a smaller size. And I didn't know how they did this, so the interesting way they insert it is they make incisions on either side of your phallus, and that creates a tunnel, and he slips the balls into that, right into your scrotum, and then stitches that up. So he says a lot of guys don't like the scarring of that, but he said, you know, look at your scar on what scrotum you have right now, and if you're gonna scar, that's how you're gonna scar. And I just looked, and it's smooth, so hopefully it'll scar nicely. And then, of course, if I get a Mons resection, then I'll have a scar across my pubic area, which I don't really care if it's there, as long as it raises the little guy up. I'm good with that. One thing that could happen, let's see, necrosis can happen, but that rarely happens. Rarely there's any complications with these. The balls, one of them or two of them or whatever, can migrate up, and if I can't seem to get it back down, then I'd have to go back out to San Francisco, and he'll surgically get it back down. But he doesn't seem to think that there should be any problems, but you never know what might happen, so we'll just have to see when the time comes. Let's see. So I'm having the surgery on a Tuesday. He's gonna give me like 3 days to heal, see me back in 3 days. If all looks good, then I can fly back home, be on my merry way, and hopefully that'll be the end of that, and all will be good. Now, what's happening, so I told you about the pee kind of going sideways. Also, with the elongated urethra. There is some post drip. It happens with cis men, it happens with trans men. So he said the best way to get rid of it, I'm sure you all will, you know, work out your own best way, but he suggested after you urinate, you press on the back part of your scrotum first, then the front part, and then milk the phallus down in that order. That's what he said. So, yeah, also, my Skene's gland, found out, works perfectly well. What is a Skene's gland? Okay, so it's like the G-spot, you know, with the female anatomy. If you can hit the G-spot, and if people that squirt or splash or whatever you want to call it, that's called the Skene's gland. And he kept the Skene's gland. I don't know if all doctors do, but I did I asked him to keep it, and he said he does that anyway. And it works. You actually splash out the tip of your phallus, and it can be pretty forceful, and it's not urine, it's the same fluid that, you know, would have come out vaginally. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Alright, so enough rambling on about that. If you guys have any questions or concerns or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll keep you updated. I'm probably not going to hear anything more from Dr. Chen's office until about October, when we start the whole insurance process again and deal with all that. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, don't forget, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, bye.